What's up, everybody? My name is Dana Harris with Young Gurus Math Tutoring, and I'm back again to drop some more math jewels. I'm going to be talking about writing the equation of a perpendicular line and what it takes to do that. So, in these examples, I'm going to show a specific point that we want that perpendicular line to go through, and we're going to give the equation of a line that we want the line to be perpendicular to. That's a tongue twister. All right, so let's go ahead and do example one. And example one gives me the ordered pair negative tree, or 3 for those of you that this is your first time watching. So I want a line that passes through negative 3, 2, which is the ordered pair, and it is perpendicular to x minus 2y equals 7. And I want to write the equation of that new line in slope-intercept form. Now notice, this line right here is not in slope-intercept form. So in order to write a line perpendicular to that line, we have to find out what is the slope of this line, and we do that simply by solving it for y. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's just kind of write over here on the side. So I need y by itself, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So let's say if I subtract x from both sides, I'm going to rewrite this first. All right, so minus x minus x. All right, and then those cancel, so I have negative 2y equals, I'm going to put the x term first because in slope-intercept form, the x term is written first. So x still remains negative plus 7. That is a positive 7, so we need to keep it like that. Now I need to get y by itself, so I need to divide by negative 2, and I'll divide each term by negative 2. So now those cancel, so I get y equals, I have a negative divided by a negative, which is basically 1/2 x, and then minus 7 over 2. We could say plus negative 7 over 2, but remember, by definition, subtraction is nothing but adding the opposite of a number. Okay? So we now have the slope of the line that we are trying to write a line perpendicular to. Perpendicular lines, their slopes are opposite reciprocal. Okay, so when we take the opposite, in this case the slope is 1/2. Well, the opposite of 1/2 is negative 1/2. The reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. And when you take the reciprocal of a number or of a fraction, we are just simply flipping that fraction. So in this case, the reciprocal of 1/2, I'm going to flip the numerator and the denominator, and so that reciprocal is going to be 2 over 1, which is simply 2. So it now, the opposite reciprocal of 1/2 is negative 2. So I need a slope of negative 2. Okay. Now I now can use the point slope formula because I have the slope, I have a point, and I just need to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that's perpendicular to this right here. So I'm going to say y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Remember, y is the y coordinate. Y1 is the y coordinate. X1 is the x coordinate of the ordered pair that they give us. So y minus 2 equals negative 2 times x minus negative 3. But remember, whenever we subtract a negative, it's the same thing as adding. So if I see minus a negative, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to change this and this. So it's really x plus 3. All right, so I'm going to rewrite that for you all. All right, same thing. If I shave my beard tomorrow or for the next video, I'm the same person. I'm just going to look really weird, I think. I haven't seen my face in a long time. Anyway, that's another story. So now I do this. I say y minus 2 equals negative 2x minus 6. Remember, I got that from the distributive property. Okay, I need to add 2 to both sides so that I can get y by itself. Y equals negative 2x. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Okay, so this right here That is the equation of a line. Y equals negative 2x minus 4 is perpendicular to x minus 2y equals 7. And it also passes through the ordered pair negative 3, 2. All right. So a lot going on there, but we're going to roll with it. All right. A whole lot going on. But notice once you practice a little bit, you get better every time. So we're going to do one more example and then we'll be done. So what if I had example 2 and I want to write the equation of a line that passes through the ordered pair 1, negative 2, and I want it to be perpendicular to y equals 5x plus 4. All right, remember, perpendicular lines, they have opposite reciprocal slopes. So that means we need to change the sign of this slope, and we need to find the reciprocal of 5. All right, so the reciprocal of 5 is 1/5, because 5 as a fraction is 5 over 1. So the reciprocal is 1/5, but the opposite reciprocal is negative 1/5. So my new slope is negative 1/5. Same thing. We're going to use y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. All right. Now, y1 is going to be my y coordinate. Remember, y minus negative 2 equals negative 1/5 times x minus 1. Whenever we subtract a negative, that's the same thing as adding. So y plus 2 equals negative 1/5 times x minus 1. I'll look at you guys because sometimes I zone out. I love doing this. I really do. All right. So now I need to distribute y plus 2 equals negative 1/5 x, still distributive property, plus, because the negative times are positive, 1/5. All right. And now that we have that, we need to subtract 2, subtract 2. Now, the strange part about this particular problem is I have 1/5 minus 2. Well, just kind of a sidebar, and I'll do it in a different color so that you all can see it. 1/5 minus 2. Remember, in order to add or subtract fractions, we have to have the same denominator. So this is 1/5 minus 10/5. Well, now they have the same denominator, so I can just subtract the numerator. So 1 minus 10 is negative 9. So negative 9/5 is this part right here. So I can finish this off by simply saying those cancel. Y equals negative 1/5 x. 1/5 minus 2 is this over here. So minus 9/5. You can say plus negative 9/5. That's the same thing. So here, y equals negative 1/5 x minus 9/5 is perpendicular to y equals 5x plus 4. It also passes through the ordered pair 1, negative 2. Now, this, yes, it is an improper fraction. However, we don't have to change it to a mixed number. Depending on your teacher and the level of mathematics that you're doing, that'll determine that. Do me a great big favor. Go to Instagram at YG Math Tutoring and click that follow button. Also go to Facebook, my Facebook page, Young Gurus Math Tutoring. Thank you so much for everyone that's watching, that's following. I'm going to continue dropping these videos for you all every Monday. Share with somebody. Also, you got to subscribe to the channel. I release videos every Monday, and I have over 150 videos that you, your friend, your cousin, your mama, your auntie, whoever can use, and they can learn some mathematics. Some people might just get bored and want to do some math one day. Young Gurus Math Tutoring, I've got the solution to your math problems.